I love being able to express myself through art, being able to express how I feel.
Stroke by stroke, 18-year-old Trevor begins to paint another one of those symbols of expressions here inside his home. While these delicate rose petals may hint of a soft, introspective nature, growing up was anything but for the Squamish teen.
I really like being associated with my brothers, so I started doing the same things that they started doing, like playing video games, anything with guns and aliens.
Activities that, as most parents will attest to, remain pretty common for young boys. Only Trevor was born a girl. With the then young tomboy still enjoying painting and hanging out with female friends, even playing the occasional Barbies at one time, life soon became a confusing, frustrating time.
I definitely knew something was off. Started getting very angry and projecting that towards my friends. When I was 13, I came across a YouTuber who was transgender. He was talking about his transition and what it was like to transition in Vancouver. When I saw what he was doing, I realized that was what I wanted in life, and I decided to do a little introspection on why I wanted that, and I realized that I was a boy as well.
With Trevor soon beginning his transition to male, meeting other like-minded LGBTQ teens in his high school's diversity club, life soon began to become more enjoyable.
It made me feel better in a lot of ways. It made me feel like I wasn't as alone in what I was going through.
Along with continuing to love video games, the now graduate is wanting to pass along advice to the next generation of youth struggling with their sexuality, in the hope hearing a stranger's story may help them as much as it did him.
I feel compelled to help them because I know what they're going through. My first piece of advice to youth is to be authentic to yourself. Don't be afraid to be who you are, and don't let other people tell you who you are. My second piece of advice is to never be ashamed of who you are. Got called a lot of names in school, got ridiculed. People refused to call me by the gender and the name that I was identifying with. But once they realized they weren't getting a reaction out of me, they stopped pretty quick.
With Trevor having still encountered the odd bullying throughout high school, having a special group of friends to lean on is also something he's appreciative of to this day.
I have had my best friend with me since kindergarten. The moment I told her I was transgender, she immediately switched pronouns and she immediately switched names, and she hasn't made a mistake since. My other friends have also helped me a lot. If you find people like those people in your life, it should be people you hang on to.
With Trevor heading to the University of Victoria in the fall to get his gender and women's studies degree, the hope is with further education and awareness, the road to coming out will be that much easier for future generations, with the hopes and dreams for those futures remaining the same for all.
Transgender people are just like everyone else. We want to have 2.5 kids in a house with a picket fence and a steady job. Just do what makes you happy.